made at a negative 196 degrees.
Oh.
I've never seen it before.
Hello, couch co-opers. Are we, hold on a second.
We're live.
Are we live?
Yes. I think so. I don't know.
Did we forget to hit the button? Don't forget to hit the button.
I forgot to just, I'll discombobulate it. Hey guys, welcome to the Couch Co-op Show.
Hey.
Hello.
Wait,
we're here.
An intro or?
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, Couch Co-Dependents, the Couch Co-op Show. I'm Ian, and on the couch tonight I have Jared, Nick, and Scott.
Hey.
Hello.
And Dave should be here in a minute. He's still wrestling that shit I just dropped off, so...
Did you leave it on his porch in a flaming bag?
Yeah, pretty much.
He called the shit poop.
Hey, everybody. It's end of spring break for me. It's Sunday. Back to work for me now. Also back to work for Jared, I believe.
Tuesday, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you still have one day. You still have a day of recuperating.
Yeah.
One day by himself.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Ready for that.
How's everyone else doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm ready to recoup from something, anything, really.
That good, huh, bud?
Yes. I mean, you both had your vacations this week. I've got one coming up here in a couple weeks, and I just... It's going to be a long 2 weeks, I feel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're
ready.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, off of the top, I think we're going to talk about Nintendo. Obviously, I did my little watch along and said some stuff, but I figured I'd give the rest of you guys a chance to share your thoughts and opinions with our wonderful audience. So yeah, Nintendo Switch 2, guys. What do you guys?
We're just diving right into it.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna go right off the top with this
hot topic.
Get so the audience can it's about Nintendo right now, and then we'll do all the other stuff
right
now. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys, for playing along.
Oh, fine. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I see.
So, Beerstro, do you have a beer battle?
I see Scott's down there playing on his Switch right now, playing with some Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
The new one looks good. I mean, they definitely played it safe this time. I don't think they wanted to fail. And the hardware upgrades, they don't really ever talk about tech and speed and things like that. So that's just a test of time. The Joy-Cons look nice. The C button, it's kind of nice that they're adding chat features, video chat features, and things like that. Hopefully, they made the user interface a little better with friend codes and stuff like that.
C
playing multiplayer.
Discord.
Yeah, I know. That'd be great with a Discord integration on Nintendo products. But
talking about the however many digit friend codes you needed back on the Wii console, which.
Well, that's on the Switch as well.
Is it?
And 3DS.
So I don't have any friends on the Switch, so I don't have to worry about that.
It's still friend codes that it sucks. So I feel because it's pretty much the same online system and UI and all that stuff, it's still going to be friend codes and that kind of BS, which I'm assuming will transfer over because it's just an upgraded Switch. It's like the Switch Pro with a mouse.
2 mice.
I think that's 2 mice. So
Switch 2.
I really wish they just called it the Super Switch. They really should have.
Yeah,
that's such a dumb name.
Yeah, 100%.
Come on.
Yeah.
Switch
2 is not a good name either.
I'll jump in on little technicalities. The Switch 1 it was underpowered for the time that it was released, and a lot of people were like, no 4K and frames per second, and now they're like, okay, we caught up. Here's our 4K. Here's our high-powered system. And then GameCube was announced, so cool. That whole library has been just gathering dust. Nobody's
I love
really been able to play GameCube games, and I like GameCube.
And the GameCube controller that comes with it too.
Yeah,
and it has a C button on it.
for Discord.
Thing to eliminate scalpers by signing, pre-registering, and then showing proof that you had actually been a Nintendo customer for a while, which is a lot better than just like quickly sign up and then it's just a bunch of.
You have to have it like what, at least 12 months of online or 50 hours of gameplay or some shit like that, right?
Oh,
like
yeah, and that's just the pre-sale, which I mean, it's loyalty. It's thanking fans for actually putting some time in the system, not just like jumping on it, buying a system, and then scalping it. So that's cool. Something they're making a move on.
Unfortunately, those pre-orders have been delayed, so don't worry about
it. Question mark on the cost. Hey, Dave.
Here.
Hello.
Well,
sorry, one, Dave.
Wonder if Aaron will
having some Suntory whiskey juice.
So the bigger screen. But
screen looks good.
Not OLED, but from what I hear, it's a pretty nice screen.
Well, what I was reading is that the OLED for smaller screens like that don't do HDR, and they wanted to do HDR, so they stuck with LED. Is what I've heard?
LCD, but yes.
Or LCD, yeah. So, that's a solid reason, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see what people have for first impressions on the screen quality.
I mean, everyone that's got hands-on, I mean, even though they're not happy with it, they say it's a pretty good-looking screen, so I guess that's good.
Yeah.
It's a little bigger, but it's the same thickness. It's got more USB ports.
Always love that.
It's got got the
So
better.
you can plug in that camera.
Yeah, but also when you're setting it on the table, you can plug power from the top instead of the bottom.
I like that they did that, but that's absolutely one of the first things they're going to cut out is the extra charging port. When they make like a more affordable model, like the Lite or whatever, because just adding new ports and things like that's just cost that they probably will alleviate in future models, is my guess.
I don't think
I like that it's there.
I don't think they'd take that out.
You mean like the Switch Lite, which doesn't have Joy-Cons?
Yeah, no Joy-Cons, which made certain games ineligible.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, seems like a naked version. There's just nothing.
Yeah, pretty basic Switch. Well, it's not even a Switch.
The dock has a fan in it. It has to increase the cooldown your processor so it can do that 4K 60 frame or
when
120 frame HD modes. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's good they upgraded the dock. I mean, keeping the system cool is important for that kind of stuff. So I get that. I just hope it's quiet.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
They put a really good fan in there. Doesn't have to spin crazy fast. Yeah,
it feels like some of these changes are like evolution. The evolutions, not revolutions. You know, it's like nice,
just iterative,
not like groundbreaking. You know,
like the storage.
It's up to 256.
Yeah, I mean my iPad had that 4 years ago,
and the games haven't really changed much size as far as those Nintendo first-party games. So. In fact, some of them look better optimized. Even they're even smaller than some of the upgrade versions are actually smaller than the Switch versions.
Wow, because those carts are pretty small sized. It's pretty interesting. They're pretty good at min-maxing their file sizes, and
I think it's
they have some wizards over there.
More for things like Cyberpunk and those games.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, because those games are massive. Like, what are their file sizes going to be like on the Switch too?
I think the Cyberpunk one was like 66 gigs.
Dang.
Yeah. So.
Doesn't compare to Borderlands Ultimate at 198 gigs.
Yeah,
I had to delete so much. I was like, oh, cool, Game Pass. I might as well play this. Like,
that's funny.
Bloated with who knows what. It was probably the biggest game I've ever seen on Game Pass.
Everything.
Yep.
Download it all.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm probably, and then it's funny during that whole thing. I was waiting for them to talk about the price, and they never do bring up the price at all, which I thought
That
was
was
very
intentional.
interesting.
That was definitely intentional.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, but it's just like, what was the price? Did I miss it? I had to like search right after the thing to see if anyone had found it. It's pretty funny. It's like, holy shit.
I mean, the closest thing they got to, I mean, they never mentioned a price, but like when they're talking about all these games that have already been launched, but you can get the Switch 2 versions of, they just mentioned the fact that, like, hey, you can purchase it and then you get access to the upgraded version with whatever extras they decided to cram in, but they didn't tell you how much that was going to be, which...
That's going to be all over the place, too. I'm sure some will be 10, some will be 20. Some come... the Zelda ones come with online, if you have the online service. It's like
one thing I was reading, I don't know how factual it is, but if you buy the Switch 2 edition of, like, Metroid Prime 2... Metroid Prime 4, that it comes with the Switch 1 cartridge and then a digital code for the upgrade. So that's kind of off and weird.
Yay!
So does that mean you have to? Is it kind of like a version of what I have to do to play like Tiny Tina's, where I have to put in the PS4 disc into my PS5 just to be able to access the digital upgrade?
Dude, yes,
100%. Did you guys even look into that other, like, that, not the virtual card thing, but the digital card, like you buy the digital game with the card? So you can buy a card, and then it basically is a key, but you download the game. But to use the game, you still have to put in the cartridge, even though there's nothing on the cartridge. It's pretty wild.
No, I missed that.
Yeah. So it's just an encryption key on the cartridge, and the game's
kind of like PS5 discs that are
basically
just unlocked.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you're still downloading 200 gigs of stuff. Yeah,
200 gigs for a 256 gig system.
Yeah.
And then
that's funny.
You have to use the Super Express micro SD cards, which are currently crazy, kind of crazy expensive right now. So
because the Switch One versions aren't even compatible at all. So even if you just want to play your Switch One games,
I don't know what I have on mine.
Even work.
It has a 64 gig. I don't think I've ever changed it, but I mean, I'm not going to have 50 games on my system at one point anyway.
Well, it's crazy because like my Switch, I don't know the size of card I have in it, but I have at least 70 games installed on mine, and it's not even anywhere near being full.
It's a lot of indies.
So yeah, a lot of indies, absolutely. So it's pretty crazy how they do that.
So just some of the games that they talked about, like how big is Cyberpunk that we previously mentioned? Like how much space is that going to take up? Elden Ring, or even Borderlands 4 when that comes out. I mean,
Elden Ring's not that big though, is it? That's only like.
No, I don't know. I figured you guys might know more than me because I.
And then it's going to be. It's obviously going to be crushed. It's not going to look as. Though I mean, I don't know.
I mean, by the way, are you even going to want to play those games on the Switch, or would you just?
Well, the people that only own one system are probably.
How big of a market is that?
Or even just taking it on the go. Just a lot of people like to be able to play the games where they want. So the mobile ability, I think, will attract a lot of people.
I've always called Switch a handheld system. It has all the things of a handheld system. Rarely do I have it docked. It's like I'm playing it on the plane, or I'm playing it on like a car trip or something.
For the first maybe couple of years I had the system, I'd only play. But since then, I barely play it on the TV at all. Just mobile. And now that I bought like a hand grip thing, so it's comfortable to hold, and things like that, it's more palpable. The new Joy-Cons that they have, they are essentially the same design but with bigger joysticks, and they're slightly larger, so it might be a little more comfortable
Magnets.
that aspect.
And
But
magnets, how do they work?
yeah, they're magnetized to the system. Yeah, the magnets are in the console themselves, I believe. Yeah.
The buttons are
And-
metal. The S1 and S2 buttons or whatever. They're
Yeah.
actually metal, and those are the
Yeah, that's
magnetized.
how they attach. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had to pry out a stuck Joy-Con from the Switch 1 because it was put in backwards, and that's hard muscle work. It
Yeah, you
sucks
just,
when
the
they're put in
slide
wrong.
just-
Oh,
Whoops.
it's so yeah. If you push that down too hard, it's stuck. You gotta muscle it out. And it's nice that they put these magnetized ones in. I think that was a smart call.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure it's going to be. I think it's going to have other problems possibly though, because if you look at the little thing that sticks out from the console with the tabs, it looks like that's still going to be something that's going to break or be a problem. And like, just because it clicks in better doesn't necessarily mean those contacts are not going to get damaged. I don't know.
Well, that's what Switch 3 is for. So. You're just gonna finesse it.
Some of
We
the
won't be
biggest
alive for
issues
that.
early on that I had were like communication of Joy-Con wirelessly was missing or disconnecting and stuff like that in the early days. So I hope they've really figured that tech out. Of course, stick drift and all that stuff. Nintendo's really bad about that, and they don't really care. So I hope that's not an issue this generation.
Yeah, hopefully
they've
hardware problems.
Oh well, they've spent tons of money because if you do have stick drift, they'll like fix your controller for free within a certain period of time. It's pretty long period of time as well because there was a lot of lawsuits on that kind of stuff. So hopefully they have solved a lot of those problems for people.
Now you just got to buy a new pair for $90.
Oh yeah, I mean just to Switch 1 Joy-Cons are $80 for a pair.
I know everything went up a bump.
Yeah. Especially the games, apparently.
Not all of them. Donkey Kong's still was a bargain title at
$60
bravely
$60
fencing
or
flying
$70.
fairies.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not. I mean, but they did announce a fuck ton of games. I mean,
yeah, they did.
Mario
A lot of
Kart
third parties are
World,
jumping on.
the
Yeah,
Donkey Kong games, the Kirby games, and then
Ridge Racer.
a lot of fucking, and then all the third party, like Jesus Christ. Obviously, it's getting Elden Ring and Cyberpunk, but it's also getting its own fucking FromSoft game. It's getting, I don't know, it's just getting a lot of stuff. I was kind of impressed with the amount of just like content that is coming out.
Day one, yeah.
It is nice
a lot
to
of
see
companies have been
console launch
wanting.
with more than 5 games.
Absolutely, but
Or
a
like
lot of
2
companies have
games.
been wanting to put their stuff on the Switch. It's just too underpowered, so they can't make a version of it that is working well enough. Like, I'm sure the Call of Dudes will come to the Switch and all that stuff. All the big bro stuff will come to it. The
Maybe not.
FC,
Chat.
WWE's coming to it. Like, all these big games that have been missing Nintendo for so long
Split
are now
Fiction,
coming back.
Day and day.
So that's going to be huge for Nintendo. So now of course it's all up to how much the thing's going to cost. Like,
I do kind of wonder though if
it's
those
pretty
games will
wild.
come back for like one version and then so you'll get the 2026 and then it's so underpowered that 2027
Yeah.
2028 just
Uh-huh.
kind of
Yeah,
drops
because it
off.
seemed like a fair amount of the games that were announced were actually just like, maybe not.
Ones that are already out.
Yeah, they're already either available or
Yeah.
just like older
Stuff
games
that
that they're
current
being
systems can
remade.
run. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but like
it's cool
that, but like that Dusk Bloods one, the FromSoft, that's a
FromSoft
exclusive,
exclusive, yeah.
just for them. And then Split Fiction just came out a month ago, so that's pretty new,
Mhm.
and that's a cool game to have on that console. And then all the Nintendo stuff, obviously. I mean,
You always get a bunch of Nintendo, so that's
Yeah, I actually like that just from what I saw, like Split Fiction, that seemed kind of like an interesting game to.
Looks really cool.
Yeah. Doing the whole.
I mean, I'm
sci-fi or
assuming the
fantasy.
crossplay thing will work through Nintendo as well because it's crossplay between like any system. You give somebody a copy after you buy it so you can play it together. You can share that playthrough.
I would imagine so.
So yeah, I would imagine that it has that same functionality, Yeah, if it requires like an extra gate through Nintendo, that could be the hard part.
But you
Because
could also just
Nintendo
play
hasn't
it-
done crossplay. They don't have anything that would be crossplay.
But then you can also just play, couch co-op with somebody too. So
Yeah, 100%. Because you got 2 Joy-Cons, just set it down and hang out.
After you've played some basketball.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
I know. Yeah,
God,
those
the
original Switch
wheelchair
commercials.
basketball?
Yeah,
The
hanging out on
wheelchair
the roof,
basketball? I
baby.
don't know about the wheelchair
The
basketball.
wheelchair basketball that kind of felt a little bit like that one version of Rocket League with hoops.
Wheelchair
Which, by the
league.
way, I'm wondering if Rocket League will be available for that, for Dave's sake.
Yeah, Rocket League's on Switch.
No, for Switch 2.
I'm sure that'll be on there.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, that's not.
Free to
It's
play.
like-
Yeah.
Fortnite. And
Well,
Fortnite's
just
going to be
always-
on there. I'm sure, like all that. I mean, Fortnite.
Ro-
I mean,
Oh, Epic's gonna
Phones
explode
swap,
on that
yeah.
thing.
well,
is
Yeah,
Roblox going to be on there?
is Ro-
probably if someday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not on Switch right now, as far as I know.
Oh, it might be because of the, I don't know, the questionable.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, pretty much.
Send,
Hey,
send your
Aaron.
kid to work.
Yes.
Send your kid to work day.
Yeah,
The game.
that's funny.
But
Yeah, it is a little bit of a weird one, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it all looked fine, but I just felt like it was a. I mean, it supposedly is like 10 times stronger than the Switch, so it's not like it's just a nominal bump. But then the Switch, what, 2017 it came out, so
Yeah, like 8 years at this
Yeah.
point.
And the
Like,
Switch was how many times less powerful than the PlayStation?
and it's funny. I'm almost able to play Metroid Prime 4, and that's one of the most excited the games I was most excited to play on the Switch. And now 8 years later or whatever, I'm finally almost able to play it.
But should they have bothered
Almost.
to try and make it stronger, or like should they have stuck to their like guns and made it just? I don't know.
Well, that's
like
kinda what I get
like Nick was
con-
saying. Like, why do kids want to play Elden Ring?
what was
On the
confusing.
Switch.
It almost
It is a
seemed
fun
like
game.
it almost seemed like it's a new console with a bit of an identity crisis because Nintendo's always been kind of like the non Xbox
Right.
or
Well, not always.
PlayStation.
I feel. I mean, I think the
Well, for the-
GameCube for a
It had
while
some
was
stuff
kind
that
of
is Switch.
trying to
Yeah.
compete.
I mean,
well,
the
right, but
N64
no, I mean,
was like,
I guess I'm talking about from the Wii onward, where they were just kind of
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
capture the non-traditional gamers with the kind of unique games, and it's just they weren't actual. Basically, they were like the anti Xbox and PlayStation. So it just, when I was watching that video, it just seemed like a little head scratching when they were announcing Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy VII, Borderlands 4, like basically all these games that you would play and probably have a better experience playing on the PlayStation
Mhm.
and
or PC
Xbox.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, and like basically
Right.
any other more powerful system that could probably run the game a lot better than
So they may be dumbing it down. I
these.
think.
Oh, they're definitely dumbing it down.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, like, I'm just trying to piggyback off what he's
Right.
trying to get to. Yeah.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
Hades
well-
2 was a good, I think that's a good get because that's a good kind of game for
Oh,
the
yeah.
Switch 2, But these giant
So-
ones, I just like, especially Borderlands 4. It's like, come on, man. Borderlands barely runs on anything. Like when it first comes out, like it's just
Yeah,
gonna, like,
I
it's
know.
gonna just
Especially when you pull
break-
menus up.
It's just gonna break your Switch, dude.
Dumpster
Yeah.
fire of a menu. Yeah.
Yeah, hear that fan
Well-
run.
in Nintendo's past, they generally find like tried and true hardware pieces that they can get en masse with a discount, kind of cheap, like run of the mill stuff
Mhm.
that they kind of piece together around it. And like it seems like they must have just like done all new hardware design. Like they're just kind of in a new era of Nintendo where
Right.
they're actually maybe trying to design something with power, which is the most unusual thing. Because like I don't know, they kind of tried something new with their handhelds back in the past with 2 screens or 3D and whatever.
Oh yeah, the 3DS and stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
the Switch was kind of iterative, knowing what would have worked with the Wii U. Without the Wii U, we wouldn't have had the Switch. and now they're just sidestepping to just here. Let's just do what all these other companies do with power and put these really expensive chips in, expensive screen, expensive tech, and charge a premium.
But
You
still
know,
only give
so-
you 256 gigs of space to work with.
Yeah,
Which,
Yeah.
if you
For
download
games that will
Cyberpunk,
probably
will
be
probably fill it.
yeah,
Pretty much.
100%.
You
Yeah,
Like, I'm looking at the Cyberpunk, and they're targeting 1080p docked and 720p handheld
Mhm.
with 30 to 40 frames per second. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, that game will suck up all the CPU you can give it.
oh yeah,
right,
easy.
and then some.
Yeah.
Mhm. Very demanding.
So,
A lot of the newer games I feel like are more demanding now than ever, just because how much time and effort goes into those games. It was like what back in the day, 3 people or 6 people could develop a game. Now it's like an entire company permission to fill up one game. It's just
What are you talking
mind
about?
blowing how much.
They announced Deltarune. That's only one guy.
Well, you know what I mean. Like the big AAA titles, like your Cyberpunks, your Doom, your freaking Final
to me,
Fantasy VII
like,
Rebirth.
Cyberpunk sounds like a game that's already eating everything the system can give. You know,
Mhm.
at 1080p and 30 to 40 frames a second. It's like it's already like pushing the system to
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ray tracing.
To its limits.
its
Right.
limits, and that's the performance they're getting out of it.
Oh, didn't
Right.
they
yeah. I
put-
couldn't imagine there's any ray tracing options in the Switch too.
Didn't they put?
I don't think
no,
they
they're-
mentioned ray
okay,
tracing.
Well, okay. My understanding is that it's in there, but it's not in there.
It's software. It's not hardware.
There was an actually
rendering.
read an article about that. Like it
Yeah.
supposedly should be able to do it, but I don't think they figured that out yet. But
Mhm.
because that NVIDIA processor they're using with the DLSS and all that stuff,
Mhm.
I think it should be able to do it. But I'm guessing that it probably just runs too hot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
It'll be
didn't CD
interesting.
Projekt Red put Witcher 3 on the Switch, didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did, but the team that like was hired to do that did a pretty good job. It sounds like.
I mean, good programmers can work miracles, but it's not a good sign when if it was running at 60, 70 frames per second, it's like, okay, you've got some room there for graphical
Mhm.
improvements for the next game that comes along in
Well,
2
I
or 3
mean,
years.
let's be
when they know
honest though.
what's going
If it
on.
runs, if the Switch 2 runs Cyberpunk, that's more than the fucking PS4 could do or the
Right.
Xbox.
True.
Because like they fucking stopped selling it on that platform because
Yeah.
it just wouldn't run.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I think that says a lot to the NVIDIA processor that it will run it. So
Well,
we'll see. But it's obviously
Yeah.
has a bit more magic than the PS4.
True, but
Mhm.
the PS5's been out for how long now?
I know.
And it's
That's
the-
what again. Yeah, I'm not saying, but I'm just
East.
saying like, if it runs it, then whatever. I
Yeah.
just don't know who's playing it. There, like
Right.
Nick says, like,
Yeah, it's almost like, I mean,
Yeah.
when they announced that they were going to bring Red Dead Redemption out on the Switch, what, a year or 2 ago?
Mhm.
It's like, who is waiting for, I mean, was there that much of an improvement with that game
I don't think so.
when it came out on the Switch that everybody else who played it 15 years prior, like, I don't
Yeah.
know, I didn't understand that move, and I
Yeah, I kind of feel like
kind of
with a
scratching
lot-
my head with some of these the games
Yeah,
that are being
with a lot
released.
of these games,
Trying
it's
to make
like,
money off of
if
different
you want to
platforms.
play them, you've played them on a system.
Right.
Either if you wanted to play them at the best quality possible, you play them on the PC, and if you wanted
Right.
to play them at an acceptable quality that runs reasonably well, you play them on another system.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
but so what do you guys think of the Metroid the Metroid Prime 4s? Are you excited for that?
Yeah,
I mean-
I've been excited for it since it was
Garrett,
announced.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
like,
to
I
see-
love the trilogy.
I'm excited to see Scott do a speed run through it.
Yeah. Just up 46 minutes.
I was so
I never
underwhelmed by
cared
it.
for
I
never
know they
cared for the
announced. I
Metroid
know that they
series.
showed it prior to this at a different direct, but just like I was just like, oh, I don't. this looks so boring.
Yeah, but one thing I wish Prime would do is bring in more traditional Metroid enemies and things like that from Planet Zebes and whatever, the first couple of Metroids and
Well, now they're adding magic to
that
it.
kind of stuff.
Like she's
Yeah,
a
so
wizard
it's
and
getting kind of weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. I have my doubts, but I'm still excited just because
Psychic
Do you think
powers, but it's not like,
I can open a door.
yeah, we've never seen this before in a video game. Holy shit. Like,
Right?
Yeah, so I don't know. It's
just rolling a ball
I
yeah.
don't know.
I
all
just-
around. That's where it's at.
And, then you can play this with the mouse. So there's your, you can, cursor.
I won't be able to because I'm going
But-
to play it on the Switch One.
Keyboard and mouse, baby. But,
Right.
it's kind of a wild concept for them to even think about doing that. I think that's kind of interesting that they went there with that. But I don't think a lot of people have been saying that the mouse stuff is just awkward. It feels weird. So
Well, maybe they're going for because like most PC gamers will buy a Switch because it'll play a lot of stuff they can't do on PC, and now maybe you can just do the Switch because you can use your mouse or a mouse controller for the precision.
they didn't say you could plug a mouse into it.
Need some, the mouse
You probably need a
Joy-Con.
special adapter.
Get some
yeah.
Team Fortress 2 on there, baby.
Mouse con.
They did say you could plug
Oh.
in any webcam instead of buying their camera,
Oh, interesting.
which was nice.
Yeah, that's good. Because their weird like long neck webcam thing is kind of. I looked at that. I'm like, huh. I thought I'd look a little more Nintendo-y.
It was only $50 though, Jared. What a bargain!
Wow. Yeah.
a steal.
720p maximum.
Wink, wink.
I've got a $15 Logitech that'll probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
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 You know what's
yeah.
funny too about like the chat, like they had when it was showing it, you could tell that the machine was just struggling. Like all those chat
Yeah.
boxes were just
They
like
muted chat
Yeah.
for a little bit.
they were like 15
a-
frame videos, and it's just like, and Nintendo's obviously knows that this poor system is just like trying to handle all this information, and so it's just like chugging along. It's just like,
Right.
that's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was pretty wild that they actually showed that in their little promo video, just showing like how
Choppy it
not
was.
great it was. Yeah.
No, it was a horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that
They
could
don't
be a
make all
lot
the
of different
greatest
things
decisions.
there, but yeah.
It is 100%.
Even Scott, who was going to say that he was going to come in here and do a whole Nintendo glaze, was sitting here just pointing out how bad that
Cult of
video
Nintendo.
was. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing
I was
about
gonna get the glaze off with the Nintendo towel.
my
Well,
problem
He
with
got excited
Nintendo
again, and
Switch.
there was more glaze.
Too much glaze. There's glaze all over today.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron's wearing a Mario shirt. Come on.
There you
This
go.
is
Yeah,
an
he is.
alternate one. Thank you very much. This is Mario Speedwagon. Thank you. It's not.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
not actual Mario.
I actually like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's good.
No.
Good, yeah.
It was funny because like I
Oh.
watched it early in the morning, and then when I rewatched it again, I was just like, "Oh wow." I don't know. They didn't actually do the snap, but they still have the snap sound,
Mhm.
Mhm.
which is weird.
Now it's more like a magnetic snap. It's
I hear it's
less
like
of
I heard it's more like a sploosh or
and
something.
now
like
like a
I don't know.
Whoop.
But
whoop.
I'd rather be the magnetic one if I'm going to buy one of those things. I don't like the whole slide thing on. Although, I don't know. I'm not going to buy a Switch 2. So,
You missed it, but Jared was talking about the incorrect insertion where it just gets jammed and you have to pry it out. We've all done it. We've
have
all
it.
done
Well,
Yeah,
that.
it's mostly with the like when you take the Joy-Con out and you slide it into the little like L and R buttons, whatever they call that addition.
proper insertion
yeah,
makes
getting
pleasure.
that thing
Come on
wedged in
now,
there.
people. We
Yeah,
learned this in high school.
my Joy-Cons have never left the slots, so
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But you've
Giving you
added a
plenty
5
of
layer
joy.
of dust.
Mhm.
I have an
Yeah.
8-bito
Play the waggle.
plugged in, so if I need a controller,
Oh, yeah.
I don't bother with it.
Yeah,
But
whenever I can, I play it with a PlayStation controller.
It's like covered in a layer of not Nintendo glaze, just hate dust, just a fucking layer of dust.
It does.
Like, how long has it come out? When did I buy it?
Oh, God.
For Animal Crossing, right?
I didn't buy it for Animal Crossing.
Bayonetta.
I bought it for Bayonetta.
A couple
but
games
Bayonetta
that you liked.
didn't happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you still
That's
have
a
not
jungle
finished Bayonetta 3. Yeah, it's funny.
It's a jungle game that was on there. I can't remember. It was like a jazz jungle game or something like that where you play. It was. I can't
Jungle
remember.
game.
Those two
You're-
musical
you're
genres
an
cannot go
apist-
together. No.
Well, no, you were trying. No, you were a gorilla trying to escape a zoo or something.
Ape Out.
Oh,
Oh, Ape
yeah,
Out.
Ape Out. Yeah,
Ape Out.
Yeah,
That
Ape
was a
Out.
good
You'd like
game.
that
That's where
game
I
a
played
lot.
Ape Out.
I did like
Good
that. But
Devolver game.
that's also on PC now, so it doesn't. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was also Horizon Chase Turbo. That's a. Oh, no, that's for PlayStation. Never mind. Sorry.
I have it on Switch
Okay.
though.
That's on the
Oh,
Switch.
yeah, that
as
was
well,
on
yeah.
Switch. That's right. Yeah, that was a fun
Yeah,
one.
a lot of good indies. It's a good indie machine.
Yeah,
So
great indies.
Now it's growing up. It's a big boy console with real big games on it.
Hentai games.
But play it.
Oh,
Average-
lots of hentai games in that
Play
store.
average
Maybe
big
now
boy-
the
big boy-
store
big boy
can
game.
handle loading.
We'll see
Like
about that
browsing
one.
the store won't be painful.
You're
That'd be
asking a
nice.
lot, Jared. You're asking a
I
lot.
know. Like you might as well just go to Nintendo's website and browse the store because that Switch can't handle it.
Nope.
So what do we think of the
It's just really
pricing
sad.
structure of the games? Like $80, possibly $90.
No.
I can't afford Nintendo if they're gonna do that. No.
So just before the stream, I was watching a female streamer on Twitch, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know about the price. I don't really like it much." Someone, an anonymous donor, just donated $500, and she's like, "Well, I guess I'm getting one now."
Oh,
I was like, "What
Jesus.
happened?" Of course, anonymous
Jeez.
donor too. Like, don't want to be like, don't want to put attention on myself, but someone just threw
Mm-hmm.
a $500 donation at her, and she's like, "Well, I guess I have no problem now." So I guess
Yeah.
Must
looking
be
at
nice.
it as an adult that can spend adult money on adult games, like that's not out of my price point. But what am I paying for? Like the Switch, I think I bought it release day at like $399. Am I really
Yeah.
getting $100 more worth of stuff
Mhm.
to warrant buying it at full price? I'm going to trade mine in. I'll probably just get the
even-
credit and
even
then
without-
buy it.
I feel like they're at least $50 more, maybe $100 more than what they really needed to be at the launch price point.
Yeah.
They were $2.99, weren't they?
Considering
Yeah.
where the market is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there was that bundle. It's like an extra $100. You got like a game, and I think extra Joy-Con.
You just have to look at the region locked Japanese version to know that, because that's only $333. Like the
That's
conversion.
affordable. Yeah, that's easy.
That's affordable,
Speaking
but
of-
it's region locked Japanese only.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you hear about Duolingo's commenting on this? Saying, "Well, now's a great time to learn Japanese if you want that."
That's funny.
Sell point. Yes.
Here's the problem
Yeah,
with that: if you
that's
try and
right.
buy one and have it imported, you're probably gonna have to pay tariffs on it. So good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before all that, though, I feel like 350, 400 was what they should have been aiming at.
Yeah,
Not-
yeah, no
not-
more than
I agree.
400.
It's
I agree.
450s.
I'd rather
mean-
buy another PS5
I mean,
for my house.
Right? I
The
agree
only
on that
the only
one.
thing they may have going for them is scarcity. Like the
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation 5, there were a lot of people,
Well,
because
that
you
was during
can't
the
get them,
pandemic,
there's
though.
none left on the shelf, and so the people will pay extra. I mean, well, people paid extra money for the Wii when that first came out because you couldn't
big
get
time.
it. So
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
true.
at the beginning, there's always like this hunger for everything Nintendo.
Yeah.
People are gonna
Well-
buy it no matter what. So it is
I
what
feel
it
I
is.
like-
I wonder if the price point is just to hoover up some of that, separate the people that really want it from the
Right.
people that are going to turn around and sell it, and kind of
Well,
like
I-
you see with ticket
mean-
prices now for concerts where they sell them at the scalper price as opposed to
Yeah.
Well,
the
I feel
regular
like though
price.
I feel like the reason why the PlayStation was so hard to get was also because during the time of release, it was during the pandemic when they had all those mineral
Yeah,
shortages,
in 2020.
Chip shortage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
chip shortages,
They were
mineral
still
shortages.
they were still selling
yeah.
like millions of them even at
That's
that
true.
price.
That's a good point.
Well, there still
But
is
I
a
do-
supply restraint going on
Yeah.
too. So I mean, they don't have a lot of consoles anyway. So
That's a good
But
point.
to bring it
yeah.
back to like the point about availability that you made earlier, I do think Nintendo is doing the right thing by giving the pre-orders to the people that have met certain criteria. Whereas,
been the
like,
been OG supporters of Nintendo.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like
just
get them
just a
get them
stop
into the hands of the
scalpers, that's all.
people. Well,
Yeah,
but
well,
also
scalpers kind of ruin things for everybody.
it's not even.
Oh,
not
yeah.
only are you stopping scalpers though, but you're getting them into the hands of the people that really want.
Mhm. Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
loyalty,
that
yeah.
are
Great.
your, like,
it really is
are
great
your,
when
like,
they do that.
customers. Because those are the people that are going to buy like 3 or 4 games.
Mhm.
You know.
So how much
So-
do we actually think it's going to end up being now?
Oh gosh, I think I looked. The Japanese tariff is 24%.
Well, the
So-
Vietnamese one is 46, and that's where they make them.
Yep. So that's at least $100, probably 150, maybe 200. So $600 with the tariff,
Like,
at least.
Oof.
well, hopefully.
Yeah, Jared's buying
it's
two.
Dropped.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I think that's what the
100%.
450 was to kind of mitigate the problem, in the
Right.
hopes that
It
we
was.
can get through this.
Yeah,
but,
they built 10% in to
Right.
kind of hopefully they could
I
have
just feel
that.
like it's going to add on to the tariff
Yeah.
on top of that. So
So they
really
could do
force
that,
something.
like-
Yeah.
I'm sure
the-
someday I would like to get one, but I don't. I think if I'm able to save up enough to buy one, I would wait for like one of the neat limited edition
Right.
ones or something
Yeah.
like that.
I guess we'll
No,
find out
that's-
tomorrow when the stock market opens and how fucking
Oof.
wild tomorrow.
Oh, it's already
Well,
it's
Jeez.
already opened in Asia, and it's already down like 8 to 9% in
Oh.
Japan.
Well, what,
that's
they
not
lost-
good. That's not good.
Well, what on Friday
Yeah.
alone is like $1.7 trillion all across the freaking board loss. I'm like, good God.
Oof.
That's a beating. I'm like, what, guy,
And we did it to ourselves. Congratulations.
Yeah.
we're number one. We're
Like,
number
who's going to
one.
be able to afford a $600 Switch too?
Super rich people.
Not
Yeah, I
me.
feel like they probably priced in maybe 10%. So they were thinking like, oh, if things don't work out the way they're looking like they work out, maybe we can release it. We'll just pocket the extra money, or we can release it,
And then bring it
$25,
down,
$50 off. Yeah.
like
and
around
make it
holidays
cheaper,
or
but-
something.
Yeah.
But now who knows?
Yeah. Right now, who knows? It's a horrible time to be launching anything, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It sucks.
And then the games is just scary too, because like pricing the games higher. I mean, that just
I
Black
feel
Friday,
bad for all
baby.
those
That just
developers.
opens
This
the
is
door.
Windows
We're
up
all
on Black
time
Friday. Watch out.
that just opens the door
Yeah.
for publishers to be like, yeah, we're gonna do it too.
Yep.
All our digital games, all our physical games, more expensive. Cool.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight Silk Song, $90.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And
They will pay it.
They will buy
People
that.
want that
People
so
will buy
much.
that. People are so
Yeah.
on. That's like people are on crack for that game.
I'm excited for it, but man, I'm not gonna pay.
Do you think Grand Theft Auto is going to be the first
crazy.
$100 game that's
bet
non-special
it is.
edition,
I wouldn't
non-like?
doubt it.
I would
collector's
like.
edition?
I would like to say
Well-
no in the hopes that Rockstar just gives a middle finger to the industry, but you got to. But like, I don't think they're that cool anymore. So
No, they took too long to launch Grand Theft Auto 6.
Which is kind of funny because it's like,
well, it's not even Rockstar's
They know-
choice. It's Take Two's or 2K's or whoever
Yeah.
owns them.
right,
they've sold
right.
so many copies of the previous GTAs. It's like, it's going to sell a load of copies and make loads of money and recoup.
Yeah.
And the online portion will recoup any losses. But
Future loss, yeah. It's just,
Watching Mario Kart World, I was just like, man, this does not interest me. Who plays these games?
that's the thing. Majority
I
of
would.
the Nintendo things that
How
came out, I
often
was
do
just
you
like,
play it, Nick?
eh.
I have 85 hours in Gran Turismo 7. How many hours do you think you have in Mario Kart 8?
I don't know. I'd have to go and look.
Oh.
But,
I haven't
be
played
that
in a
high?
while.
probably not,
Hmm.
but maybe.
Maybe. Oh, okay. All right. Plays
It just
a lot.
it just depends because a lot of it also had to do with the wife when she hey, let's play Mario Kart.
right.
I think that's where that game succeeds. It's like it is a good couch game.
Yeah,
And
you can also drop in and drop out quickly.
And I was kind of intrigued by some of the features with that game, like the whole free roam thing and going off road.
Little kid-
Sure,
I call
it's
that
not
little kid mode.
blockbuster.
You just like because kids can't drive.
Or Diddy Kong Racing.
Just
Oh,
like your
Diddy
kids
Kong
just
Racing.
drive around in the world,
Yeah.
enjoy Mario
Just-
Kart.
Hey, if it keeps them
That's-
happy, go ahead.
You can keep me happy too. I could play and drink or something. I don't know.
There you go. Bam. There's a purpose.
But
You
it
can
does
try it.
also look like it's kind of nice that it kind of looks like it's more of like a tour mode rather than a circular
Mm-hmm.
mode. Like you can like progress across like the
Yeah,
land.
It's like Midnight Club. You do your race and then you race around the city and then you go to the next race and you race around the city. Yeah, it's like all these modern race car games.
It's new to Mario Kart.
Welcome to the welcome.
Mhm.
But you know what, Mario? this is the thing I hate about Nintendo is like once now Mario Kart will come out and I love this idea they came up with all on their own.
They pioneered it.
They pioneered it, guys.
They didn't do anything
Just
new.
like everything they pioneered in Breath of the
Groundbreaking.
Wild. Nothing in Breath of the Wild had ever been done in any game ever until they did it.
Bleeding Edge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not putting that kind of glaze on it. It's just more of a like I recognize that I've played I've done free roam and other racing games before. It's just and Scott wiping up his
Get a little glaze
It's
on
no
the camera.
glaze.
his glazed towel.
Yeah, you got him excited.
Got way too excited.
Let me get some of that Diddy oil.
Oh God.
Wait, like Diddy Kong oil? Or?
Yeah, Diddy Kong.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we'll go with that. We'll go with that
Listen.
right now.
But it's a joke. Come on, it's like a it's a anyway.
Yes, yes. We get what you're saying.
Mhm.
Is it
No,
a
it's
pun
just-
kind of? No, what would you call that?
Play on word.
Play on words, probably. Thank you. Aaron.
Double entendre.
Yes, double entendre as well. That could work. Honestly, everything I saw for Switch 2, I'm just like, why? No.
Well, they
this
have
is
to make a
boring.
new Switch.
It's
Right.
a good
No, I
looking
agree.
system.
It's
It
just-
is.
It's great looking. It's just the games from
I thought the new Donkey Kong game looked. The graphics of Donkey Kong, it was interesting, the new style, but how all the environments are completely destructible. It seems like
I
the
do
game
like
would
they're
just
trying
be
to
kind
bring
of a
back
mess.
new-
Oh,
Old
like
IPOs.
what Red Faction came out with in 2001.
You mean Red Faction
Yeah.
Gorilla?
Well, the first one was everything was destructible. Yeah.
I know, but there's a gorilla.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
caught
okay.
that. I caught
gotcha.
that.
I was a little slow on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will admit, there was one new game, I can't remember what it was. It was like a Dark Souls-esque type game. I can't remember what it was, but it's coming
That
out
Take
for...
Two game. Yeah. Dawn
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that looked actually really good.
Dawn
I'll give
Walkers.
it that. I'll give it that. That looked really good.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, you guys have my attention.
Red Faction Bonanza?
Yeah. Funny.
Oh boy. It looks really good though. I was like, all right, you guys got my attention.
And what's
I will
with
admit
this,
that I-
what's with this Kirby racing game? Like, I guess this is like this super popular.
I played a little of that. It was a
Original?
GameCube
It was
game,
on-
Kirby's Air Ride. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's a really speedy, you have to follow a specific part of the course. I remember just being like, why is it so extra difficult?
This is just like a
Yeah, I never
flying
played Kirby Air
kart
Ride.
racing.
Yeah.
That's
basically.
what
It's-
Kirby is. They're difficult.
Yeah, but it's more of you need to follow a set part of the course. It's not just laps around the track. You're
Hmm.
taking him to a certain star and then you hit other enemies. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a difficult racer.
Cool.
I guess it had a following to make a sequel.
Well, that's
I
because
guess
that's the
so.
dude that directing that is the guy that did what? Smash?
Sakurai. Yeah, the Smash Bros.
This
guy.
is the game I want to make. Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Hey.
I
Here's
bet
money.
you want to
Make it.
play Drag X Drive, don't you?
Oh, the basketball one.
Yeah, the basketball.
So
Huh.
that you have to use the both mice to do the stupid thing. You have to do this, and then
The tank controls.
I also yeah, but with your mouse, it's just I
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I hear it's fun. I also wonder about the I posted this in the Discord. But it's this is kind of an odd game to make a game about, kind of, isn't it? No, I don't know.
Either that, or it seems like something that would be kind of free to play online.
No,
You
but
know,
is it
it's-
questionable? I don't know.
It's not going to age well. In a way, is what you're saying.
And then that fucking demo where they
Oh,
shared about, hey, come inside and learn about all this stuff that it's oh cool, this is this free thing they're gonna give us to let you see. No, you got to buy it.
That's not
They
free.
got to pull that back, or they got to go really cheap.
I was like, no one
$2.99.
wants
Is that the
It'll be a
Nintendo
$60 Switch.
Here's
title.
a-
yeah.
Here's how to use the
Welcome
controller.
tour.
Yeah,
That's
welcome
a deal.
tour. You have,
Yeah.
to buy, you have to buy it, and it's just like,
Oh, I
no,
That's so weird.
no one wants to buy that. No one's gonna play that.
Did you not learn from PlayStation where they give you
Nope.
the Astrobot
Yeah.
to it's fun, it's free, it shows you what the system can
Yeah.
do and what the controls.
One of the greatest games
No,
of that
they
year.
don't know.
Yeah.
They learn nothing.
You know what also was interesting, and I got this from Kind of Funny, but they didn't talk about any Xbox games, nothing from Microsoft. So I'm wondering, because like that was a pretty big deal, like Microsoft putting stuff on the Switch. So I wonder if there's going to be like another kind of direct, and there's more of a focus on what they're doing and maybe their partnership, because it's like, well, that's kind of wild. They didn't talk about any of that shit.
Huh. Yeah. Could only fit so much in one direct, I guess.
I guess.
That was a long one too. I mean, I
was
also
long.
got up at 6 a.m. in the
Nintendo's
morning.
never done one that long.
I was like,
yeah.
I gotta go to work, guys. I can't stick around for the full list here, but it was pretty packed. They put a lot in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to buy one.
Nope. No thanks.
I'm out.
Shocking, Ian. Very surprising.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. Oh, not happy, but I'm like, I wasn't in the market for one. I'm not going to buy one. Nothing I saw changed my mind. But by the same token, it does seem like a good selection of games on release, and there's some stuff there, you know, that's actually interesting, as opposed to just like, here's our new console. There's 2 games. Have at it.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, at least they're trying to make it more like variable when it comes to buying games on release day for it. And so these are the 2. That's it.
Oh, that share functionality was cool with 3 other Switches though. So like if you have like if you have Mario Kart and everyone else wants to play but they don't have the game, if you're together, you can share it to the other three, and then you guys can all play together. That's pretty cool.
But for qualifying
like
games only.
Well, yeah, qualifying game, but that does. Yeah, sure, yes, but it can be any Switch too. It doesn't have to be just the 2. It'll share it.
Yeah,
I like that idea actually. It's nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm curious. It'll be interesting to see this develop as it's launched and see what it's like, what people say about it. I'm definitely interested.
Right.
So,
But-
are any of you going to buy one on release day at the current price point, assuming no tariffs or whatever change it? But if you could buy one June for $450, would you buy one?
Nope.
not right away. I'll wait until they come out with a Super Mario platformer for it.
I'm
Not
thinking.
yet.
Yeah, you were the one I wanted to hear from, Scott, because it's like, you know, like I know
mean,
you like
the game
this.
price, and the game price is not a factor. We're very lucky to live in a place where we can rent games from a local library and not worry about purchasing these $90 games.
Yeah.
I'll just like stack up my my library queue as I do now. But I mean, that we're very, very lucky to have that. Other people, it's like you drop $90 on a game, and if it sucks, then too bad. So that kind of steers my choice on like, okay, well, I'll just buy the system because all my games are free. That's,
I mean, in the end, that's the same with every system. Like 1 in 5 games is like really great. 1 in 5 is really shit, and the rest are all variations in the middle.
Yeah,
some,
pretty much.
some you really like, but they aren't necessarily great games, and some are, you know, not everything's for everyone.
But have we covered the topic of the price of games over the years on the show? I kind of feel like we have.
We've gone over, not like we haven't focused on a
glossed
show.
over
We've
it,
talked
really.
over it. We've talked about it. Like it hasn't. They haven't really gone up in price until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
almost
it's the
in a
way
way it's
inflation is, but
I know at the $70 price point that it's currently on like PlayStation and stuff, I've been buying less new games.
So, I mean, a PlayStation 2 game, when they came out in 2000, they were what, $50 or were they $60? I don't remember.
They
but
were,
if
they were
if they were
60, I think.
they were between 40 and 50, weren't they?
I thought they were 40 and
PlayStation?
50.
I mean, but even
Anyway,
like
let's go
Nintendo
back-
games, going back to Nintendo, were like 40 and 50. So it's like
40, 50, yeah.
How much was Final Fantasy 3 for Super Nintendo?
I
feel
think
like
I bought it for
like
$70
40.
or $75.
so. I feel like Super
Yeah.
Nintendo is
That's
not.
a monster of a game.
I feel
though.
like you should move to like disc-based games, because cartridge-based games have their own kind of cost mechanic, if you know what I mean. Because there's the
Not
hardware involved.
mass-produced.
It's not like a disc where producing a disc en masse is relatively cheap.
yes, but Nintendo's still
Mhm.
doing
Oh.
cartridges.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I mean, when did
You need tiny
okay? Then
cartridges.
when did Final Fantasy 3 come out versus when CD/DVD-ROM become kind of a mainstay?
Yeah, Super Nintendo games were all
Anyway,
over the place.
so
that
$40 in 2000 would be
Yeah.
$73 today.
Yeah.
$50 would be $92, and $60 in 2000 would be 110. So, I mean, that gives you some idea, because I mean, $40 games in 2000.
rough.
So $70. I mean, if we're paying $70 for a PlayStation 5 game right now, and we were paying $40 for a PlayStation 2 game back in the day, it's actually not that bad a value when you consider the amount of manpower that went into a PlayStation 2 game versus a modern day video game.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
Where the credit scene when you beat the game never ends.
Right.
yeah, and there's like 20 babies born while
Yeah.
they're making the game, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Development babies, I think, is what most of them call
Yep.
them.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, so it is interesting. I just try and stay away from cartridges because, like, yes, the Switch comes on cartridges, but they are basically just a version of modern day SD cards, which are a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
This is
Ironically, they're the same size, but half
No,
the
they're
size
different.
one.
They're the same like memory, but the cartridge itself is
No.
different.
No, I know, but
I'm-
the same memory,
Never
the
mind.
mass-produced memory
mind.
chips. They're not like.
Well,
some
that's what I'm also
special
saying. They have
bit.
to have to design a separate cartridge for it, so that's got to drive up the price too. Like, why not just
True,
use
but-
a regular fucking, SD card?
I mean,
Why
you
do they have to
design
make it proprietary SD card for the Switch? Like, what the fuck? It's weird to me.
I mean, when you're selling millions of them, though, it's like putting the designing your own PCB is nowadays is nothing.
The other wild thing is like Mario stuff just never goes down, or Nintendo stuff never goes down in price. So it's like,
Yeah,
Nope.
they're $50 games stay $50 forever. You know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5 years after release, $50.
Yeah, I'd really like to get the Yoshi's Island game they released like the second year the Switch was out, but it's still full price.
Right.
It might go down to 45 every once in a while, like they might have a sale, but even that, like, come on, it sucks.
That's
I
just
don't
them.
know.
That's them protecting their IP. You know, like they
Yeah.
don't care. They want to get as much money
They
as
also
they
don't care.
can, and then turn out a sequel. You got to give Nintendo
Yep.
some credit for that. Like, you know, that's how you maintain the game. That's how you sell the Nintendo Switch 2 for $450, knowing that people are going to buy those games because that's what people want. Like, that's, you know,
Yeah.
it's like drugs.
Yeah.
We know people want this. They're addicted
There's
to
no
it.
problem with raising it though.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
the Switch was the most affordable system other than the Xbox Series S for a long time at this point, 7-8 years.
Mhm.
And now it's going to be up there with the most expensive, or will be the most expensive console on the market, next to the PlayStation 5 Pro.
What I
So
find
that's-
wild is a few years ago when the PlayStation came out, the PS4 came out, it was what, $400, and it's like, this is such a cheap console.
Sold.
But then the PS5 comes out with what, the digital one for like 500, and then the non-digital one's like 600 or something like that. I can't remember which. And it's like, whoa, that's way too much money. It's like $100 difference. I get it, it's $100, but still, it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not too much of a difference. It's just going for inflation, you know?
Well, that's the other crazy thing. I mean, I just bought a PS5 Slim
Right,
Applebot
right.
bundle for $400. You know,
Right? Yeah.
you can't even get a bundle Nintendo Switch 2
Nope.
for
For $450. That one.
That's $450. Like the other one's $500. It's like, wow, it's wild.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Like the amount of power. I don't know. Like, I guess
I think
it's
that's the other problem.
portability
Nintendo-
versus power. I guess.
I think
Mhm,
that is
mhm.
part of it is portability, but the other problem Nintendo has is like they're on the mid-console life of release schedule on the other ones. So,
Mhm.
like if PlayStation 5 and Switch 2 released at the same time, the Switch 2 would have a price advantage, even though it's not as
Right.
powerful. But because now like PlayStation's well into its life, it's come down a bit in price, and so it's price comparable with the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the original Switch, it was still cheaper than the mainstream consoles you could buy at that time. Plus, you had all the nice Nintendo games that people want.
So I kind of brought this up a little bit in the Discord, but what do you think what do you think Xbox and Sony, when they're looking at this situation that's happening right now? Like, do we think that the Microsoft and Xbox kind of slow their roll on this handheld that they're getting ready to release? Like, you look at all this, like, inflation and tariff stuff. Like, I don't know if Sony and Xbox are interested in releasing a console right now.
Gosh, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
If I were them,
wouldn't
I would. If I'm planning for anything, it would be for next year or the year after. It's like, give it time
Right.
to. shake
Yeah, the
itself
dust needs
out.
to settle a little bit to
Right.
at least forecast expectations. It's like right now you just have no idea what's going to happen.
You think something like
Yeah.
this, would cause this generation to last a little longer, or do you think they still release it? Because console cycles like 7 years these days?
7 years, yeah. Is that right?
I think.
Yeah, but they probably spend at least 2 or 3 years developing it. I mean, someone's probably got a paper design out there if they haven't got real hardware,
Yeah.
So
I think they're going to make this generation last a little longer because now these tariffs are going to be in effect, and people are not going to be not so hasty to go out and buy maybe the Switch at release day, because there's going to be people that buy it, but not as many as, like, let's say when the PS5 came out, like immediately that just flew off the shelf, even with all
I don't
their.
know. I feel like this generation started late because every game was coming to past gen console
yeah,
True.
for so long, for multiple years.
Right.
And not until last year or maybe even this year, games are just straight up exclusive to modern consoles. So I was like really kind of just getting started. Like there's a lot of life left into this console generation.
Mm-hmm. It's just tough to say because stuff came out, but also, like I said, the tariffs can come into effect and all that stuff. Like, people are going to be a little more hesitant to buy the new console if they do drop on time, because it's like it's gonna be more expensive because all the shit they have to do for it, preparing all that. $450 for a little handheld console that's not as powerful still as a PS5 or an Xbox One X. It's like, ooh.
I think there's a deal through I don't know what it was, but Wario Wario 64, Wario, whatever, who that dude is.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a Steam
Wario,
Deck. One of the OLED Steam Decks was like 500 or 550 something. It was like cheap. It's just like, god damn.
yeah. If you don't like $80 games, go to a Steam Deck because there's Steam sales all the time. You can get games at good price. It's like,
and that's the thing about Steam. They actually know to give people what they want for a fair price. It's like, if not free, essentially, because they do constant free giveaways and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah,
Steam?
but they were
Every once in a while there's a free game.
They were getting some flack this year for their spring sale that some of the games weren't really on sale like they had been in the past. There was some of that.
Right.
You're like, these aren't sales, Steam. Anyway,
this is just like $1 less than what you started with, guys. What the fuck?
because they used to be crazy. You used to like there'd be stuff.
I've heard about them. Yeah.
But,
yeah, $60 game for $5 kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's also the future
that's
of
life.
gaming, isn't it? It's like,
I'm just gonna
I don't know.
stop. And I'm gonna go back through my whole collection and just play my old games. I'm gonna stop playing new games.
Same.
Yeah,
I mean,
right on the edge of PC gaming.
to be quite honest, if Switch wanted to drop the price, they would just make a console and drop the screen and then release like the screen as a separate add-on.
Right.
So you could buy a consoleized version for maybe
Kind of like the Wii U.
for $300 that comes with a joypad, uses all the same games, hooks up to your TV.
Yeah.
And then if you want it, you get like what's the thing for the PlayStation that's basically
Portal.
a screen? Yeah, the Portal, and then you
I
buy
want
a
to get one of
Portal
those so
for
bad.
$100. You know, if that's the way they could get the price down. You know, if that was the way they wanted to go, that would be,
Right.
because there's plenty of people that would want to play the Nintendo games, and at $350 might buy one, but at $450 might be on the fence.
Yeah, I mean, even then, like 350 is a lot of money, and then it just goes up from there. It's
True, but I'm actually surprised they haven't done a consoleized version of the Switch. Because there are people that would just like, yeah, I'll just hook it up to a cheap monitor that I've got lying around, or an old
Yeah.
TV.
it just at this point it just have to be like a little fob, plug it into your TV with a cartridge slot.
You basically just
Right.
put the
Pretty
processor in the dock.
minimal.
Call it a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, you just it's a
Yeah.
box with everything, and then you just have the Bluetooth controllers. It's nothing
Yeah.
fancy.
But then it doesn't switch, Dave.
True.
Yeah, gotta have that click.
But yeah, I'm just surprised they don't do something like that. It's because you can make the console small enough, because it fits in the screen area. Obviously, you can make the console small enough that the little console box, the screen just slaps onto it, and it's portable.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Make it modular.
Yep.
Cool. Well, there you guys go.
Yeah.
Got a deep dive into our thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Mm.
Maybe, well, definitely dropping June 5th, but we don't
Yep.
know what the pre-order
Yep,
situation
final
is currently
price
in
is
America.
gonna be-
With a handful of maybes and a lot of no's from the
Right.
group.
But
Yeah.
you can pre-order it everywhere outside of the United States currently. So good luck,
Right.
all our foreign friends.
Yes.
A lot of friends
Yes.
in Uruguay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I
Uruguay.
just can't believe it's so popular.
Nintendo
there.
Switch Import Edition.
Yeah.
There we go. Whammy.
Funny.
Well, we went on for an hour. We don't really need to. I mean, what beers did you drink, Nick? Which one won?
So I did the mail-in version. I pitted two beers that we did on Couch Co-op.
Yes.
Um,
So we already know.
but actually, I thought I was going to go with this one, but no, I actually pretty much like
Which one's
this,
that?
It's the same one, but more
it's
mosaic focus.
the Mosaic
The-
Pale. For whatever
From
reason,
Frame-
this time around,
Frame?
yeah,
Frank.
whatever. This time around, I actually like this one a lot more.
Hmm.
Even
Come
though
on, tall boys.
this one gave me a lot of
Frustration.
Woodmer Drifter vibes.
Right. You said that last time on the show.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of
I
give
like
me
the boot
some
camp.
memories of 2009 and stuff. But yeah, for
Where did
whatever
they take
reason,
it
I
from,
just
Tor?
And that was just a pale ale,
sticking with-
right?
they're both
just
pale ales.
One just
Yeah.
says mosaic hopped focused only. The other one has a mixture of hops. I think.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
they're both good. It was a good experience to
Relive.
drink.
I believe those
Yeah,
episodes
relive,
are both
drink,
out
and-
on Couch Co-op right now. Maybe. I
Yep.
don't know.
But yeah, I figured the focus was going to be somewhere else today, so I just kind of just did a lame layup version. Which, by the way, speaking of a layup, yeah, NBA 2K will be available on the Switch too.
Yeah, well,
Ooh.
and the wrestling game.
Yeah, both games which I don't care about on the Switch. So
And
Oh,
Madden's
fuck
making
off.
its return to Switch.
FC.
yeah,
FC.
they can definitely double fuck off there. Since Madden
Aw.
took away my 2K football, you motherfuckers. Why you?
Oh dear. So am I mad? I can't tell.
Yeah, we can't
I've
have
been mad for
competition.
I've been mad for 20 years about that one, and I will stay mad.
Uh,
Cool. All right. Well,
Well-
what other segments do you guys want to do?
This day in gaming history.
Jared probably didn't do anything.
Mm.
Jared didn't.
Although
do
I did look,
Oh.
and this day in 1992, Windows 3.1 was released.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's
where I
Pioneer
started.
11 launched in
Oh, I got two.
1973 and is still going. I was reading about that in the paper today. The scientists that work on it, they've worked on it for the whole career.
Wow. What's the
Well-
OS? What is it?
Windows 3.1.
Oh, they're still using it.
No, Pioneer 11, a spacecraft
Pioneer.
that went out and looked at Saturn and all the rest of
Oh yeah. Okay. That's
So-
awesome.
Most astronauts up in the space station still use like 383 computers themselves or some low tech one. I think it's just because it's durability they need because you got the most advanced system in the world, but if the new one goes down, like if he's Vista for some reason, oof, good luck getting it back. 'Cause it's a shit show on that Vista. But the V was like one of the best ones of all time in the operating system world. Remember right? Intel used it forever. If I remember right, because my mom used to work for Intel, and Windows was their prime operating system that they used. So they used
Huh.
Windows forever, as far as I knew. So they hated Vista. Vista was the biggest bitch on planet Earth. So
I think everybody on the planet hated Vista.
yeah, especially Intel workers. Trust me, my mom. I never heard so many swear words from my mom at work because she had to work from home. Back in the day, and not pandemic. I was way before that, but
This is the first.
She had to use
It was
Vista.
better than ME.
Oh, she had to use that one too. She hated that one, but it wasn't as bad as Vista.
Vista.
So I did have a look on today in video gaming, and it's very slim pickings. Minesweeper for the PC 1992. I think
Oh, I
version
played a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of
I
that.
remember
I loved
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper. Yeah.
I
Doctor
still better than my mom's laptop for that
Sudoku.
game.
Dr. Sudoku on the Game Boy Advance. I remember playing that. Spy
Oh,
vs. Spy on Xbox. I remember that coming out. I've never played it. And then 2 years ago,
Why is that
a
ringing
game,
bell?
and I don't know what this is about, but it's called Lovely Wife F star 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 ED in front of me.
Huh.
And this is on the main. This is on like the GameSpot game list.
That's funny.
Stuff that came out.
Oh, this
and I'm
sounds like an Ian game.
yeah. I'm like, okay, this is a mainstream game or something.
That's-
So
I've never even heard of that game before.
no,
Okay.
That's
it came
funny.
out on the PC, so it sounds like
Huh.
an Ian game. Yeah.
What is it called?
Lovely Wife.
F dash dash dash
F
ED.
yeah F star 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 ED in front of me.
I don't think it sounds like an Ian. I don't think Ian is the Ian game approved star.
Well, he's writing it down, so
Oh, sorry.
Oh. Hold on a second.
That's funny.
Oh, and it's the end of the world. They're in the emergency shelter. Luckily, they have enough food and water, so they have to wait for rescue under his instruction to the facility manager. Filled with this, the demands he makes in return for providing supplies gradually become obscene.
Hmm.
This is the game's top description.
I've never been so lost.
is it available on the Switch by chance?
It's next to all the hentai.
Yeah.
It'll give you some of
Oh,
that special
okay.
glaze.
Yeah.
It's not the only glaze that'd be happening then.
So it doesn't have the subtitle on Steam. It's just My Lovely Wife.
Oh,
Mostly positive reviews though.
Huh.
okay.
It doesn't
Sure.
look like what you. It's like yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, because the description on the GameSpot list makes it sound like it's quite adult.
So,
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I was gonna
adult, but
say-
it's like it's not. It's. I mean, it's a. Yeah, I don't know.
It sounds worse than it may actually be. I mean, I could be wrong.
Like his wife's dead.
Well,
So then he's going through grief and
Oh.
all this weird shit.
Mm.
Oh, from the creators of My Lovely Daughter comes a twisted tale of undying love.
Oh.
So it goes from a daughter to a wife. Okay. I guess it makes sense.
Point and click visual novel. He's got a whole. There's another one coming. There's another one called My Lovely Empress.
Oh, so I was thinking it was going to be grandmother.
huh?
Anyway,
I don't know why it went that progression. It just kind of sounded like it was going to happen.
it's on Steam, ladies and gentlemen. Go check it out.
Or not?
Or not.
Or not.
It's not like it doesn't look graphically graphic. It's just a weird. Anyway,
Actually, I think this might be a different game because looking at the artwork on the one that's on the GameSpot, it's a little different to the
God.
one that's My Lovely Wife.
Mappy's falling around. It's like someone say hentai games.
One.
Ruh-roh.
Huh.
All right. How about,
One
some,
banana up.
I'm a child.
how about some couch co-optionals? Anything cool happen?
Go to Disneyland. It's fun.
Speaking of,
Ah, man.
next episode we're going to focus on Disneyland. So Jerry can tell us all about it.
Woo!
I have never been. I've always wanted to go. I've been to Disney World, but
Disneyland,
not
right.
land.
It's my first time. Yeah.
But did you really go? Because you didn't go on the Incredicoaster. Why?
Oh,
You.
we'll find
Yeah,
out in next episode why it didn't happen.
I wanted to. I really did.
Dave, how about you? What you got?
I ain't got much. I haven't been doing much this week. I'm just being quiet, so
Just quiet.
yep.
Okay. That's Dave's. Peace and quiet. It's good.
Yep.
It's good.
How about you, Nick?
Yeah.
WrestleMania's in 2 weeks.
Oof.
Ooh.
If you're into that sort of
Next.
I haven't watched WrestleMania since Stone Cold was a thing. A person.
thing. If you have Peacock, you can watch it for free.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, I mean, whatever
With
you're paying
subs.
for Peacock.
Very awesome.
Hmm.
How about you, Aaron?
Okay, so you guys know I collect Pokemon cards, right? So the new set came out actually. It's called Journey Together. So there's these ones called the Gym Leader ones from back in the day, like the old Gym Leaders from like the Red Blue game era type things. They're trying to go off of that, but this is like some weird trainer ones. But if you're in that sort of thing, get them while you can because they are they're becoming very difficult to find. Like the last set that just came out, they're focused on some of the other Pokemon cards that aren't like Pikachu or Charizard or whatever. But
And you got some?
I did actually get some on the day of release.
Congratulations.
Did you catch them all?
No, it's hard to catch them because people like, oh my god, I don't know if you guys ever like hear on the news. Well, I only see it because of my feed on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, but if there's like a release of something that people really want, like certain box sets that come out, people just grab bags full of them, like boxes of like, and they'll just turn around and sell them as scalping pretty much, essentially. But it's so difficult to find half of them
Did
nowadays.
you get anything
It's
cool
insane.
or special?
I did actually.
Oh, he's got a
I
mic
actually-
next to him. There you are. And here's my.
No.
Oh no.
No, it's in my. Oh, I have a little app. It's called the Shiny app. It actually tracks
Oh.
everything value and stuff like that.
Cool.
This is probably the coolest one that I got. Oh, hold on a second.
Can't release. We're gonna have to take your word for
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
That's
it's called
awesome.
a Volcanion. It's like a $40 card. Actually, I got it on the first day of release. So
Cool.
it's funny because it's like you can actually. Honestly, I don't really collect them to sell them or anything. I just like the artwork on them because those artists, like they take their time to actually because back in the day they basically did Windows stuff where like they take Windows style like backdrops, like throw the Pokemon on it as is, like the old cards, but that now they're actually really trying to make them look pretty. Like they really take their time. Like some are full artwork backdrops and some are just like little pictures of them, but that and some just are all shiny metal and stuff like that. It's really cool
How big
what
is
they
your
do with it
collection?
now. Oh, it used to be a lot bigger than it was. I have a full binder of them right now, but that's barely anything compared to what some people have. Like I've heard of people like having walls of Pokemon cards. I'm like, God damn, how much do you spend on that? But like the newer packs, like $5 a pack. But like some people drop like thousands of dollars on cards. I'm like, that must be nice.
Do you play the game ever, or do you just collect?
I play. I collect. I mean, it's hard to find people to play with around here, just because it's like the only places you can go are like in no, not Beavers. That's not too far, but it's kind of hard to find the times to do it because they do it like during when I'm working. So like, of course, but I don't have enough really to do anything with it. So like I've heard of people. I've heard of like tournaments going at like card shops, but they're hard to catch because I'm working 90% of the time. So I play more of the pocket game. I play. So I actually do play people on there. There's some tough people on that game.
Scott seems to be impressed by your Volcanion, whatever you call it.
Volcanion, yeah. It's hard. I don't know the pronunciation, but I do want to try eventually getting one of the actual games for the Switch for it. Actually, they have Scarlet and Violet right now. It's a new series that's out right now, but they're coming out more this year, I think, because the Switch 2.
Y, something like that.
Oh yeah, was Z to A or whatever it's called. I can't.
Yeah, something like that.
Get that for Switch 2, baby.
ZA, yeah.
All comes back around.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got we're getting rid of all our services, and then I got to pick up a new service, and I subscribed to F1 TV, and I shared it with the guys last night. They got to sit and watch an F1 race with me.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun, but it was a very fucking boring ass race.
Yeah, it was really by the numbers of all.
It was funny too because I was watching the recap, and like even in the cool down room, the guys were like, "Man, that was a really boring race." And then like, it was like, I don't think there was any overtakes or anything. And then, but anyway, but F1 TV is super cool. I got that to start watching all the races because I've gotten really into F1, and and the service is super cool because it streams, and then it has like all these cameras that you can choose. It has the main broadcast camera, and then it has like data feeds. It has every car camera, and you can just kind of switch through them and make your own kind of broadcast. It's a lot of fun, kind of fuck around with, and you can do that with all like the practices. It does it for all the practices, all the qualifying. So it's it's a little pricey for what it is, being that like there's only like a race every week, not every weekend, but like there'll be a few weekends, and then they'll be off for a weekend, and so it's like so I'm paying $16 a month or whatever it is. So, but since we're getting rid of all the other services, this one I don't feel so bad about. So,
oh man!
But I think it's cool if you like F1. I think it's worth it because, and I can always go back and watch the races over again. So if I'm like, some of the races are at like 2:00 in the morning or some shit, I'm not gonna. Maybe I would, but I'm not. So I can just go back the next day and watch it with the same ability to like, switch around, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, I wish there was an actual app on like the PlayStation or something, but just watch it on my. It has an app on the phone, so I can do it on the phone, and it does all this switching and stuff too. But they don't have console apps. So anyway, super cool. I enjoy it. Check it out if you're into F1. All right. Nice. Aaron, do you want to do your mobile minute?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Jared, do you have?
Yeah, no, I got.
Yeah,
one second. Let me pull up my notes because I actually took notes on mine.
Oh man.
Oh.
Do you have some questions, Ian?
I got them. Scott actually sent them to me.
Oh, funny.
All right, there we go.
Aaron's mobile minute.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready, and I will go.
You ready, Aaron?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Name of game.
DC Dark Legion.
Who's the developer?
Fun Plus Games.
Who's the publisher?
Same, Fun Plus Games as well.
How'd you find out about this game?
Instagram.
Oh, what type of game is it?
It is a strategy top-down game.
Is there a story?
Yes.
A character creator?
No.
Multiplayer?
Yes.
What kind of art style?
Comic book style.
How long have you played it?
Probably about probably a half hour.
So you haven't beat it?
Nope.
What do you like about the game?
I like the fact that it has every single DC hero that you can get a hold of in it.
What do you not like about it?
It's just it's okay. The story is okay so far.
You gonna keep
Not
playing?
my favorite. Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
Yes.
To who?
I'd say Matt Dean, but
Oh, there
That's
it is.
it.
There it is. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's not very
6,
far.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 questions.
really, it did not feel like that. Okay,
Not bad.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
There you go, buddy. Congratulations.
All right.
And that was Aaron's Mobile Minute.
Woo!
I'm assuming it was free. I didn't, but
It was, but there's microtransactions in it too.
of
so.
course.
Of course.
And it's PvP.
course. There you go. All right. Aaron's Mobile Minute. All right. Well, boys, that was fun. Nice conversation.
Oh, woohoo.
We didn't
Yeah.
talk too much shit on the Nintendo.
Well,
Yes.
there's only so much time we can do.
I did take a big fat shit before the episode, so that's probably why.
So did I.
Got rid of all your Nintendo.
I see. I told you Dave was wrestling with my shit.
Yep, we cleared out the Nintendo glaze.
Are you saying it's a tag team shit match?
All right.
Shitting back and forth forever.
Oh Jesus! let's not go there.
Oh, hi, Rails. I didn't realize we're off of you now.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank the guys for joining me here on the couch. Jared, Dave, Nick, and Aaron, and Scott had to go.
course.
He had to go save his girlfriend from
Mhm.
alcohol. I think. I don't know.
Nintendo
Yeah,
glaze.
AMFs.
AMFs. I think.
Probably went too many of them.
Yeah. So it was a full house. Thank all you guys. Thank everyone for listening or watching on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Yeah. Thank you for your continued support, and we're gonna just keep making them. They might start to change a little bit here as we, I don't know, trying to find
Get
new
older.
topics as we get older and try and find new ways to entertain ourselves and talk about things that might interest us in different ways. So
Right.
we might be alternating video game episodes with other random shit, but yeah. Anyway, great episode, a lot of fun. What do I say? I don't know.
Oof.
Thank you for listening to the Couch Co-op Show. Until next time, be excellent to each
Please
other.
be excellent too. Yeah.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-doo. Wild Stallions. Oh yeah, check out my
Oh, that's right. You got
Oh, wow.
my
You got
Keanu
a
hair.
haircut.
Got my Keanu hair going. Anyway, all right, guys.
Keanu.
That's better.
Everyone, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll be right back. Be right back.
Couch Co-op is full of douchebags. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.